Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Sandbox Media Gamercast. So today we're going to be talking about Days Gone, and more specifically, they just released sort of a gameplay trailer. It was the same one that was shown at E3 this year, and it was basically showcasing it in a different environment. So in the E3 trailer, it was going on during the middle of the day. There was no rain or snow or anything, and then the one that they showed behind closed doors at E3 that was just released, it had it snowing, and it showed a totally different approach to that mission. So I guess what I'm really trying to get at with this whole episode is, how dynamic do you think this game is going to be? Do you think it's really going to be like every single player is going to have a totally different experience, or do you think it will be like, oh, there's a few ways you can approach this, but it's not going to be that much different? Yeah. I guess is what the main question is to me. How dynamic is this game going to be?
You know, I mean, I would say it's going to be pretty dynamic, and you know, the story is probably going to be somewhat linear. I mean, the game's probably not going to be a massive open world game. It could be. I don't think it is. It looks like the levels are pretty big and open. But I mean, even if it's just level based, where the maps are just real open, there's that right there can make games extremely dynamic, because you can go around and do things completely different than what somebody else would do, and honestly get a way different experience than what that person did also.
Mm-hmm. So I think that you're right about it to a certain extent. Like, so for example, I think the weather obviously is going to be dynamic. But as far as like approaching problems the same in terms of like gameplay, like quests and things, I think that there's probably only going to be like 2 or 3 ways to do it, and everybody's going to have pretty much the same experience. Like, I think you're probably going to be able to be the kind of player that you're going to be able to go in and just go guns blazing on everything, or you could be the player that sneaks around and does stuff. And that to me is really all you can do, and maybe just a mixture of those 2 play styles. I mean, you can be sneaky until you get caught, and then you can just go into guns blazing. Yeah. But I don't really want to call it a problem, but it just seems like, to me, like they sort of, just in that video, it made it sound like that this game was basically going to be like so dynamic that not everybody was going to have the same experience. And to me, that just is baloney, because I've seen that time and time again with people saying that, and I don't like it. Like, yeah. I just don't think it's going to be that dynamic. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm just hyping it up in my head, but to me, when you say not everybody's going to have the same experience, I expect when you say that for it to be a gigantic game. And like you said, I don't think it's going to be a gigantic game. I think it's going to be somewhat linear. It'll have a little bit of variation, but at the end of the day, me and you are probably going to both end up beating that game and getting the same result. So yeah. I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Basically, though, in one of the gameplay trailers that we've seen, I guess it was probably at last year's E3 maybe, when all those zombies were chasing him. Yeah. Now that right there is where it could be really dynamic. I mean, it looked like there were several different ways that you could possibly, get out and kill all those zombies, or, escape. So that right there, I can see where they say that not everybody will have the same experience. Now, if it's going to be like a huge difference or not, I don't know. But, the story's probably going to be the story. Everybody's going to get the same story. Now, whether or not how you get there, or what you do to complete those missions could be potentially different.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I just thought it was an interesting topic, just because I guess I'm just sort of portraying the way I feel about previous games that have sort of promised that same thing onto this game, and I don't know if that's really fair to do, but that's just how it is. I mean, you base the future off of past experiences. To me, that's why history is important. But I really just don't think this game is going to be as dynamic as everybody makes it out to be, or as dynamic as they're saying it to be. Because to me, what they're saying is, sometimes zombies are going to be in this area, sometimes they're not. So, they almost made it sound like it was going to be like a living, breathing thing, like where zombies are actually going to move different places throughout the map, and it's going to be different for every single person. When in reality, they probably just have like 2 or 3 spots that zombies sort of accumulate, and depending on the time of the day, that's where they're going to accumulate. Yeah. So, I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully I'm wrong. I hope this game's gigantic, and I hope that I get lost in it like I did The Witcher 3, but not everybody can be CD Projekt Red and make that kind of game. But I'm hopeful. I'm giving them a shot for sure. The game looks awesome.
Yeah, definitely. I'm super excited for it, but we'll find out when it comes out.
Yep. Alright guys, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and also subscribe if you haven't already. We'll be putting up some videos right now just showing you different stuff that we've uploaded. Hopefully you can click through those and see if you like them. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you in the next one.